What's up? So in my last video I went over benching and squatting without expending too much energy both physically and emotionally, and it just worked out so much better that way. However, yesterday was my very first deadlift session in the singlet, and I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't notice a difference on my pole at all. In fact, it felt pretty much the same. I don't know what it is. But when I was unracking the bar last week on my squats, and I was wearing the singlet, if the bar felt lopsided. I'm picky about the bar placement on my back, so it takes me a little bit of time to set up. But it just felt lopsided last week, and this week, Monday, it was just fine. So I was expecting quite the difference in how it would feel deadlifting in this thing. The difference really wasn't there. In fact, it felt just fine. So I think that concern is legitimately gone. I'm not really concerned about the singlet anymore. It's just the kilo plates in the squat bar and, well, pulling in front of so many people. So, I mean, honestly, we'll see how it goes, but my concerns are, they're dying down. I guess that my nerves are just a little bit high because this will definitely be the biggest capacity crowd that I've ever performed in front of, so that's definitely a different thing. The crowds were significantly smaller at my last 3 meets, so I'm excited just because it's crazy. I know it, I feel it. I really believe that I'm gonna bring 1200 plus to the platform this time. I've weighed out the pros and the cons, and I've thought about how everything is feeling at this point, and I have absolute confidence that very likely the only thing that I'm going to possibly get a no lift on is my last deadlift attempt, and maybe even my last squat attempt, but we'll see. We're talking about PRs here, so what better place to PR than the platform? So deadlifts went very well, and you'll notice that my poles look it looks kind of funny, but I'll explain as the footage rolls. But yeah, I'm super stoked, and the title to my last video might have been a bit misleading because I did say 2 weeks out, but that's just because I'm down to the worst parts of my diet. So it's technically 2 more weeks of hard dieting. So it's not an insane diet by any means. I still have plenty of carbs in my system, and I'm still fine. I'm not super depleted or anything. I just notice the difference. The difference is there, and I notice it. That's it. This is absolutely the best prep I've ever had, and take into account, maybe some of you could use this, maybe, but what I started doing was getting used to moving the same numbers a few months ago, many months ago, probably earlier this year even. I got used to moving the same numbers at a lighter body weight in the first place. And then once I even considered the idea that I would compete, 4 or 5 months out, I started the diet to get it regulated in my system. And I think it's working great. But that's just me. And again, I don't necessarily advocate everyone, do what I do, but we'll see if it pays off on the big day. Thanks, guys. So, I have not abandoned the raw grip at all. It's just that I wanted to build up my skin to make it strong and healthy again come the big day for pulls, because right now it's really torn and terrible. However, I just decided to go with conventional straps to see if it would work alright. And it really didn't. I hated it. This set felt worse. I mean, it was easy, but it felt worse. The straps, I hate straps. No good. So that last clip, and this is 425 working weight for triples, guys, at 5 reps. But yeah, the last clip, that was standard straps that you noose around the bar, and these are figure 8 straps. They just feel worse on the wrists, honestly. But I just wanted to experiment with the different straps to see how they would both feel, and I didn't like either of them. Both of these sets just didn't move that well for me. I really didn't like it. So, in the effort to avoid tearing up my hands with the stupid straps, I just couldn't take it anymore, and I realized we're still kind of tearing anyway, so I said screw it and went back to the beautiful raw pulls with just chalk, and these felt amazing, just spectacular. The weight felt the best here, and it definitely moved the quickest, so it was very redundant, but I tried. Thanks, guys. Yes, I am pulling with the stiff bar because even though at the event we're going to have a deadlift bar, it's going to make it that much sweeter and that much easier, making my training as hard as it can be now so that come the big day, everything is going to be smooth. Thanks.